Yeah. Back on live and direct. I got the microphone set up. This is getting serious. This is getting serious, guys. This is fucking getting serious. I got the microphone set up because the shit was all fucked up earlier. Gonna get a hell yeah. All right, guys. Let's see. Checking it out live and direct from the reservation. See how all this works, guys. I'm trying to get this professional. But it's 7 o'clock here on the res, man. Ain't nothing much to it. I'm just trying to get set up. Maybe share some music. I don't know if you'll hear me. Maybe. Yeah. But let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in this fucking crazy world. 215 native children found under a Catholic church. That's that is one of many churches that's just like that. Of many children. One of many churches. The mass grave containing the remains of 15 children, some as young as 3 years old, has been found on the site of once was Canada's largest indigenous residential school. The school is one of the institutions that held indigenous children taken from families across the nation. Across the nation. So that's some amounts. 215 that they have found. I'm pretty sure there's way, way, way more bodies unmarked. It's a tragic story of our history, colonization. But these, there's been community gatherings of all such sorts. Let me see, which is good to see. Got to do something here in my hometown. Maybe in Phoenix when I get back. Try and do something for the kids because it's boarding school, Indian school, Phoenix Indian School. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a bright history. Let's look at Phoenix Indian School. Let's see. Phoenix Indian School. Hmm. Right. Phoenix Indian School. History. Okay. Phoenix Indian School, one of many, many boarding schools. It was founded. Let's see, founded 1891. It was first called the United States Industrial Indian School of Phoenix, later known as Phoenix Indian School, co-educational federal institution of American Indian primary and secondary students. Yep. How history. Yep. Yep. Yes. Boarding schools tried to kill the Indian. The dark history predating the Kamloops Indian boarding school massacre. Yes, there's so much on the web you can look up for indigenous. I'm trying to find Phoenix. Phoenix, right here. Okay. Okay, here's the Navajo Youth Experience in Education from 1928. Let's look at this. Diné Navajo Youth Experiences in Education from 1928 1946. A preliminary research report. The real goals of education are not reading, writing, or arithmetic, not even teaching Indians to speak English, though that is important. But sound health, both mental and physical, good citizenship in the sense of an understanding participation in community life, ability to learn one's own living honestly and efficiently in society in a socially worthwhile vocation, comfortably desirable home and family life, a good character. These are the real aims of education. Desirable home and family life and good character. These realms. That's fucking sick. This is whoever wrote this and the people that created these institutions and these systems of Indian affairs. It's fucking sick. I tell you that. Okay. It was a research paper. A research paper. This report is heavily criticized by the Bureau of Indian Affairs and its insufficient supervision of Native American matters. Ain't nothing new behind any study, behind any insufficient political affairs. There's always going to be some 50-50, half-ass, watered down. Like, I'm guaranteed if I read this at the beginning, I already know what it's going to say. Diné Navajo Youth Experience in Education. I already know what it's going to say. It's going to say it's going to be a good education. And the Navajo youth we're going to be quoting are going to say it was a good education and it was worth the while. But no, 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 no. The truth of the matter is brainwash. That's what it. That's the ultimate goal. My father was child of boarding school. He shared his experience with me. Physically taken from their home. I'm talking picked up generation. Now, mind you, it's nothing. It was nothing to Utah. Then he went to Utah, um, Cedar, Cedar, Utah. There he met a white Mormon family. And that white Mormon family taught my dad finances, Mormon family. And they gave him the option once I guess his mission came. They gave him an option. Do you want to stay here in the Mormon church or do you want to go back to the reservation? This is at the 18. I know nothing about the Mormon church, but this is what they have proposed to my father when he became of age to go on his mission, I guess. So he decided to go back to the res. And he was taken at a young age. He was taken around elementary, in elementary age. So he really wasn't, and he was kept away. Let me tell you, let me be before. Okay, he was kept away. A lot of families always kept their children hidden within these times of human trafficking. Let's call it what it is. Uh, Within the Catholic Church, within these federal grants supplying the money and resources to take these children away from the families, he was forced, or not really forced, but always kept with the sheep in the sheep corral. He slept there, he lived there, and he would play with everybody else, but he was always kept away. And so he won't be stolen, he wouldn't be taken. But in his mind as a kid, he didn't know why, he didn't understand. He just thought the parents didn't love him. All right. So that was kind of the trick. Already the traumas being there without even the white person being in the room or even on the land. the the displacement within the self has already been taken effect. And this is the mind control. This is the mental warfare at an early age before the child can even think of his own mind and his own defend himself morally with his own thoughts and opinions. He's already being affected and traumatized. And this white person didn't even come yet. But the day came and he was stolen. He was taken in a foreign object, a motor vehicle that you never seen ever. Looked at this white, strange, fail pace, and it was a guy, and they took him. You know, simple as that. Parents couldn't do nothing. If they did something, if the parents did something, they were fined, and they were had to go to court and pay criminal fines. You know, so even the parents during these times were under threat, and it was a hard time. I can't even imagine someone trying to take away my baby. So that's that was personal experience. This is how it affected my family. It affected my family very deeply, and it still traumatizes my father. And it's somewhat kind of weird way he still respects them, even though he has a high disregard for the church and all that stuff. He somehow respects what they did for him. I don't know what that is. I'm not him. I never lived his life, but he still respects them, and I can't say anything on that. But the boarding school in the late 19th century, decades later, delivered in this speech by the U.S. Cavalry, Captain Richard Harry Pratt opened the first such school in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Have someone that symbolizes the brutality of the boarding school system. The history of this force of similiza- simulation is as far as settled. August 7th, 2017, the U.S. Army began exhuming the graves of 3 children from the Northern Arapaho tribe who had died at Pratt's Carlisle Industrial. So this has been going on, this uncovering, and they don't want to talk about it. Why? Because they owe us, man. I'm looking at these children. They have been stolen from their children, from their homelands, from their way of life, and from their families. And what was this called? The boarding schools were part of a in the 1830s, the U.S. forced Native Americans to move west of the Mississippi to make room for U.S. expansion with the Indian Removal Act. But a few decades later, the U.S. worried it was running out of places to relocate country's original inhabitants. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. And this within these times, you get those $5 Indians, you get those pretendians speaking for us, but they have known nothing ties, history, relationship with us, but they speak for us. Yep. And this is the Dust Bowl era, revolution. They sent white farmers here to my reservation here, not even here, not too far from where I was born and raised, where my ancestors, my matriarchs of my family come from, surviving the longest walk. We were placed here, and after a while, Dust Bowl, Great Depression, westward, still moving westward. They send these farmers, to try to make something in the West. I don't know. And then they pay them. A lot of these people got federal grants to live on Indian reservations or within the boundaries of Indian reservations. These people were paid for by the federal government. Just like this white man who used to live not too far from my home. And when my grandmas were hungry and they had no food, this dude had watermelon, melons, corn, squash, beans, everything. My grandmas used to go over there and steal his food that was just rotting in the fucking sun. So they will go over there and steal their food. But when they seen him, when they seen my grandmothers and grandpas, he would shoot at him, try to kill him. So that's what it is. There's many more stories. These are just my stories. These are just my stories. There's many more. First, up close, felt this. They lived this boarding school, man. It's something we can't really fathom within our generation. Although I have been to a boarding school, it was nothing of this magnitude, you know. So the survivors, we need to really honor the survivors of the boarding school era. It's fucking crazy what's going on, and I hope we do. I hope we do find peace within this issue right here. The truth really does come out that we weren't choosing to go to these schools, nor did we ever need these schools. And that truth needs to come out. They're going to say, well, they're not going to say that. They're just going to say, we found bodies. And then they're going to try to switch it up and go to the next issue, like they always do with our native issues. They try to just highlight it for a little bit within the media and then go right on with the business. More fucking up everything. But that's just some crazy. That's just some crazy world, man. Oh, all right. I'm gonna share this with you. Right now, I'm sitting on a cliff for the moment. This is my sanctuary. All these government sanctions has my people feeling worried. Mother Earth, Father Sky, I love you dearly. I'm sending prayers. I need you now more than ever. I know you hear me. I see the signs driving up. I see no hawk flying down and Apache leap and landing on Sagaro. I was passing by. I took it as a sign. Holy ones telling me, don't stress. We'll survive. But will you survive to see the desert bloom? Stay strong under the city sun. Don't let that apartment be your tomb. We reflections of the universe. Why kids mimicking cartoons? If these canyons could talk, I'm sure they'd tell me all about the summer sun, how I make some grow and others fold, watch them burn on Sonoran desert sand. These hard lessons learned. If the sun don't break you, the land will eat you, spread you up before it kill you. So drink your water and respect the land, cause all this mining will kill your fam, one way or another, one way or another. One way or another were the last words my brother told me. One way or another, take care of your family and never doubt them. By all means, like Malcolm, I mean what I say. Like Russell means I welcome. I welcome y'all to the reservation of America. The reality is we make ourselves. Even our ancestors broke the concrete shell just to plant these seeds and they watered it well. Knowing these government policies are more than words, these are government spells written in cursive, cursive masters, destroy the sacred and sell the earth back to the people that divided into classes. The have-nots, and the natives in back of the class hat backwards, the aim patch on to show you that this is our land. We taking it back after practice. Land back, just practice. The inner work for our foundation to grow. I imagine, I pray, I let go. Breathe in, breathe out, another mile to go. No matter what happened, I know I'm not in control. Took a lot of measures to let me know. Mother Earth, Father Sky, I'm not ashamed to say that I don't know. So lead me on the path to understand. Show me the beauty of this world through the sky and land. Felt a raindrop land on my hand as I'm standing here speaking to the land. And there's no cloud in sight. Mother Earth, Father Sky, I know you hear me. Feed the strength within me. Give me the words to fight. Because all this wordplay I'm not playing. Modern day warrior, every monster I'm slaying. And that's the shit right there. Mm. That one's gonna call survival. I'm recording. I'm still recording. I'm trying to make it now sound real good for y'all. Indigenous world, baby. And ain't nothing holding me back. You know, I chose to take 2 years to myself. I chose to take 2 years to raise my daughter. I chose, I want to experience what fatherhood is all about, and having really no other thing pulling me back than trying to be a better person and being a better man, being that father that I never really had, and going beyond what I ever think I could. That's where I'm at. You know, in order to get to this mentality, I really had to jump in the fire of change and transform myself, get over all the weaknesses, get over all the temptations, the desires, and then these things, we're all human, but these things you really got to face and get over, because you got a life to live. You want things accomplished. You want to have great things in life and get do great things. You have to have a clear mind. You have to have a good path, and you have to have direction. Direction. That's the key. And mine is a spiritual one. So that's the ultimate goal in my life, is to always place myself so I can reach higher forms of consciousness within myself, find the mountaintops, find anything that'll help me get there, because we all need help. We all can't do it ourselves. That's the real shit right there. That's the real shit. Shit. Fuck. Dang, I don't know if you guys can hear the music or not. But what's next? There's a lot of things to come. Next is ceremony. That's all I'm planning for, is ceremony, and trying to get through the summer, get fit, get healthy, stay fit and healthy, and just keep exploring and challenging myself. That's the key right now. Learning new songs, researching, listening to a lot of people, and watching a lot of people. Definitely always paying attention to the indigenous issues out there. Um, like this whole broadcast right now. This is just all test run, and I'm gonna keep researching how to make this more better. And with everything, with music, guests, and all that good stuff, live on direct, quick op. Once you see indigenized nations live, boom, it's on. So I'll try. I'll try to give everybody a heads up, But as far as that goes, on my YouTube, you see me live, join in. But right as of right now, this is just test run. I'm just testing it, man. I'm just trying to get my flow back. hmm So hope y'all enjoy your night. I'm gonna log out, get back to recording and everything good, everything that makes everything turn. So enjoy your night, y'all. Indigenize the world. Follow me on Instagram. Like and subscribe. Uh-huh.